So hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and in today's video we are going to be discussing the market insights, the global pharmaceutical market, the world pharmaceutical industry. What are the different key therapeutic areas, key partners and drivers, trends and innovations, key segments, and various other things like challenges, and what are the different revenue streams, marketing channels, and alongside we'll be discussing the top 10 pharmaceutical companies which involve Pfizer, Novartis, Roche, Merck, Gilead, GSK, Johnson& Johnson, BMS, Bayer, Sanofi, AstraZeneca. So if you talk about the global pharmaceutical industry, it is categorized into various regions. The European region, in the year the 2023, the European region had around 20.24 or 20.24%. The Asia Pacific region with total position of second position holding over 24.07%, and of course the highest market 45% acquired by the North America, and the global leaders, the Latin America with 7.53% and the Middle East 2.96%. So these are the different contents that we are going to be covering, and also the canvas of the pharmaceutical market. I'll be discussing some of the important segments of that particular canvas with you. So when we talk about the world pharmaceutical industry, the key therapeutic areas involve anti-cancer products, cardiovascular products, mainly antihypertensives, like ACE inhibitors, beta blockers, CNS drugs, mainly involving the drugs for Parkinsonism, certain drugs for depression, anxiety, opioid analgesics, diabetes, so metformin and sitagliptin or Zempic, that is semaglutide, that was a dual PPR alpha and gamma agonist, have also gained a lot of importance. Antibiotics, because and a lot of antibiotics are nowadays being used. Immunological products like biologics and monoclonal antibodies, the products for pain and rheumatology, respiratory products, hematological products like thrombolytic, fibrinolytic agents, dermatological products like the ones for wound healing, or the cosmetic and nutraceuticals. So pharmaceutical is a wide field. It can also sometimes encompass nutraceuticals, cosmeceuticals, because it is a pharmaceutical, a cosmetic with a pharmaceutical. A nutraceutical product is nothing but a nutritious product having a pharmaceutical activity, pharmacological activities. So we have different systems in our body: cardiovascular, central nervous system, endocrine, digestive, respiratory, reproductive, hematological system, lymphatic system, dermatological system, pulmonary, renal. So based on the different systems, there are different key therapeutic areas and the different diseases that are being targeted. Like if I talk about kidney, so kidney stones, nephrolithiasis. If I talk about liver, so liver cirrhosis, hepatitis. When I talk about lungs, so asthma, COPD, lower respiratory tract infections. Then when I talk about anti-cancer, so itself it's a big category: oncology, prostate, breast cancer, cardiovascular disease, anti-hyperlipidemic drugs, anti-hypertensives, anti-anginal, anti-arrhythmial, so on and so forth. So when we categorize, we have a large number of categories and classifications that can be involved. The key pharmaceutical products, there are these the list of key pharmaceutical products. I'll be zooming the image so that you can have a better view for the same. The key activities are drug discovery and development, clinical trials and regulatory approvals, manufacturing and on-site quality control, quality assurance, sales, marketing and distribution, and finally patent filing and intellectual property rights management. The different key players, as I mentioned before: Moderna, GSK, Sanofi, Bayer, Johnson& Johnson. The different challenges. So pricing pressure is one of the major challenges, especially for the branded products. The regulatory hurdles, because regulatory also plays a very important role, especially in the clinical trials and approval. The supply chain disruption, sometimes because of the providers, suppliers, porters, five forces play a very important role. Patent expiry, so loss of exclusivity, right? And global health disparities, and if there is any like pandemic condition, or if there is like disparities in sense of the incomes, there are certain third world countries, first income, high middle income, and low income, high income countries. Then when I talk about the trends and innovation, obviously 3D printing and patient-centric approach is very much being preferred, like from precision medicine, personalized medicine, biologics, biosimilars, then gene therapy, somatic gene cell therapy, digital health, because nowadays repurposing, telemedicine, or AIML is playing a very important role in almost every field. The different key drivers in our chronic disease burden, aging population, geriatrics and pediatrics, neonatal population, antimicrobial resistance, technological advancements, because nowadays there are different techniques that are being kind of like additive manufacturing, continuous manufacturing, emerging market, because the market infrastructure, market size, the market flexibility is now being changed. We have government initiatives, different government industrial, there are different types of subsidiaries and all that are being there. Pestle analysis, that is political, economical, social, technological, legal, and environmental. SWOT analysis, which includes the strength, weakness, opportunities, and the threats. The key market segments involve the branded products, the generic products, and the OTC products that are categorized on the basis of type. When we categorize them on the basis of technology, we have small molecules and large molecules like biologics. And on the basis of distribution channels, we have retail, wholesale, online pharmacy, hospital-based pharmacy, and many more. The revenue streams involve the R&D licensing, contract manufacturing, third-party and public-private partnerships, PPP, remote care services, telemedicine, digital health services, specialty pharmaceuticals, packaging, because there are some packaging and labeling criteria. Sometimes there is a lot of constraints, or there is a lot of innovations required in the packaging and the cosmeceutical products and nutraceutical products especially. Then prognostic and diagnostic, POCT is nothing but point of care testing kits and all medical device kits. So this is basically when I introduce you to the I give you a overview. So these are the top 10 large pharmaceutical companies and how much of revenue they had generated in 2021. Right? And it is estimated that in the upcoming 5 years, it can be up to 1.6 trillion US dollars. You can imagine the amount of money that can be generated in the pharmaceutical industry, because advancement in the infrastructure, strong research and development, nowadays companies are now investing in R&D mode, because make in India concept, especially in India when we talk about the Indian market. So in 2025, it is set to reach about 1200 US billion dollars. 1200 US billion dollars. So you can imagine a compound annual growth rate, CAGR, up to 4.7 to 5.1%, right, from 2021 to 2024, and again 5% from 2024 to 2029 is projected or forecasted. So when we compare the historic and the prospective or the forecasted CAGR, it is significantly, it's rising continuously. So pharma market covers a large variety of products, right, from the prescription medications to the OTC and the next generation therapies like the gene therapy, nucleic acid therapy, DNA, RNA, antisense therapy. We have CRISPR-Cas. There are different technologies that are being there, and there are different regulations or different parties like hospitals, pharmacies, physicians. So the structure involves dermatological products, antifungal, bacterial, viral, protozoal, parasitic, amoebic, malarial, helminthic, immunosuppressants, antifibrinolytic, coagulants, lipid lowerings, multiple sclerosis, the different other categories like diabetes, eczema, rosacea, acne, dermatological conditions, rheumatology, arthritis, gouty, osteo. Then there are different other categories of drugs. So different systems, like sensory organ skeletal, different. You have so many different organs in your body, so different systems in your body. So similarly, the categories would also differ for the same, right? The market research. So when you talk about the competitive landscape, there's Aurobindo, Boehringer, Eli Lilly, Abbott, Lupin, Novartis, BMS, that is Bristol Myers Squibb, that is one of the very famous company. Baxter Pharmaceuticals. For API types, we have synthetic, biotechnological, biosimilars, monoclonal antibodies, vaccines, blood and blood products, hormones, fusion protein products, therapeutic enzymes, fragmented molecules. By regional analysis, we have North America, we have US, Canada, the European region, we have Germany, Europe, Italy. Then when we come down to the Asia Pacific, we have China, Japan, India, Australia. The Middle East include the UAE, the Saudi Arabia, right? The Africa region, the Latin America, Argentina. By the drug type analysis, there is prescription and there is OTC. The customer base type is generic and branded, and then on the basis of application, we have nephrological, CNS, CVS, diabetes, endocrine, GI disorders, cardiovascular, ophthalmology, etc. So this was a table that was being formulated for the forecast years, and which was the base year, like from 2021 up till, because like every 3 or 5 year there's a good forecasting analysis. That's the reason I have taken of the 2021 year. So you can observe the CAGR of 5.7% and the projected market size of up to 2,000 US dollars in 2028 by 2028, right? So you can imagine the drastic increase and see how the regional market share would increase with the sales of 2 trillion US dollars. You can see these are the different categories based upon rest of the world, ROW, pharma, emerging tires, the second tires, two tier and third tier countries, China, Japan, European Union, EU plus United Kingdom, United States of America. So you can see that in the year 2017, 2022, what are the different these pie charts and these stacked column charts can help you understand how much important a particular country is contributing, or what is the regional contribution in the market share of a particular country. So you can just take a screenshot and analyze for yourself. Then these are the different products, like right from 2016 to up to 2028. This is projected, forecasted, and this is already historic data. So the main agenda was to add the forecasting data as well as the historic data so that we can have a comparative analysis for the same. So you can have a look at it, that different categories of products and different contributions, right? So there are in-scope products like vaccines, biosimilars, next generation NGT, next generation sequencing, and next generation therapeutics. That is gaining again importance. So you can just look into it. This is the table obtained from IQVIA website where you can see the cohort growth rates, CAGR of the developed countries and the pharma emerging countries. So India is said to be a pharma, though it is said to be a pharma hub of the world, but still it is a pharma emerging country, not a developed country. When we compare with US, Japan, Germany, UK, so you can see the pharmaceutical sales in trillion US dollars from the year 2022 up till the year 2027. And the strongest drivers of the growth are said to be, of course, the categories of products like oncological products. And there are different pricing strategies like premium, and then there's the different categories of segments like luxurious, personalized products, stratified products that are said to be categorized separately. So these are the different references I've adopted for making the presentation, which is the different articles like the pharmaceutical world, pharmaceutical market, the global pharmaceutical industry insights, IQVIA website, Statista website, again FNFR research, and you can contact me via the number or via the website, or you can email me for any more information. Thank you so much for patient listening, and I hope that you have got a lot of insights with respect to market areas, market segments, market share, market growth, key therapeutic products, and what are the different innovations, challenges upcoming in the market, and what are the historic and the forecasted, projected numbers and statistics. So thank you so much for listening to me.